Namaste. And today's class is about concentration. Dhāraṇā is the Sanskrit word for concentration. And at the it's one of the 8 limbs of Ashtanga or Raja Yoga, the royal path, described in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, where he begins the entire sutra with the explanation of what yoga is. He says that yoga is the elimination of those disturbances of the mind, distractions, restlessness, mental chatter, that sort of thing. And when the mind is stilled, the seer, the true self, is revealed. And then the seer is established in his own essential and fundamental nature, which he later describes as truth, consciousness, and bliss. So what's preventing us from enjoying that blissful, essential nature are these fluctuations of consciousness. And these are further defined as having to do with ignorance, ego, attachment, and aversion. When the fluctuations of the mind are totally removed, we're at one with everything and all that is, with no separation from our inner divinity and the divine. Now, every time you choose to cultivate your powers of concentration is a commitment to the experience of true freedom and the development of the means to achieve that. This practice will focus on balance poses to enhance your powers of concentration so that you don't fall, and practicing of alternate nostril breathing, or Nadi Shodanam, will also improve mental clarity and focus, preparing one for meditation. So as we're sitting, drawing the lower back in, rolling the shoulders back, and then grounding from the navel, drawing in, pressing down through the sitting bones to lengthen the spine, grow taller through the crown of the head. And inhaling to build this sense of clarity, focus, and laser-pointed concentration. Exhale, release that mental chatter, the monkey mind, and the distractions that try and draw you away from your essential nature. Just allowing that truth, consciousness, and bliss to shine through. Now, practice alternate nostril breathing to further refine our mental powers, and that uses a mudra called Vishnu mudra, where the first 2 fingers fold into the palm of the hand, leaving the thumb and last 2 fingers extended. And this mudra helps to bring balance to the body, both physically and energetically. The extension of the thumb, the ring, and little fingers helps to restore balance to the lower 3 chakras. This is the elements of earth, water, and fire. And to do the breathing, we alternately open or close one nostril at a time. Now, there are many different patterns that you can use in this breathing. The simplest is to just switch sides every time you come to the top of the inhalation. So to begin, let's start together, inhaling, fill your lungs. Then close the left nostril, begin slowly exhaling through the right, counting to 4. Inhale to the same count of 4 on that right side. And at the top of the inhale, switch to the left, exhaling left. same count of 4. Inhaling left. And continue alternating at the top of the inhale and counting to yourself 4 more counts for each breath. So the inhalation equals the exhalation, bringing balance to the active and passive. Remembering to use good posture. And practicing this for just a few minutes each day will really bring a lot of clarity and mental focus to your day, or help you relax after a hectic day and get ready for sleep. And when you're ready to rest, let the hands come down to the knees. And just observe your mental activity now compared to when you began the practice. Can you stay more focused on the touch of breath in the nostrils, your own posture? And we'll come to kneeling position to begin movement in cat and cow pose. I guess it makes more sense to face this direction as we have most people in the room here. And inhale to sway back cow, looking up. And exhale to angry cat back, looking down to the knees and pulling the navel way up and in. And taking enough time for each breath to complete one breath before moving ahead to the next. Staying strong in the fingers. Now let's try our first balance. Bird dog. Stretch the right leg back. Balance on the left knee. Engage through the core, pulling the navel up and in. Stabilize in the hips. And then slowly bring the left arm out to balance. Good. Doing great. And release and rest that hand and knee down. Good work. We'll start the other side with lifting the left leg, engaging the abdomen, core muscles, and then balancing on the left hand, reach out through the right arm. Work with the breath to stay engaged, to stay aware, and to keep your mental concentration on just right here and now in the present. Rest the hand and knee, come back down. And go all the way back to child's pose. Lowering the forehead either to the mat or to a fist or the backs of the hands. Somewhere where you can rest the forehead without having the head just dangle. Inhale, we'll lift the hips up and step the right foot through to low lunge. Walk the left knee back. And then engage the inner thighs, the pelvic floor. Bring the hands up to the right thigh and roll the shoulders back. Engage muscular energy in the hips, the pelvis, so that you have stability, and then go on up with the arms. Nice job. Complete breaths in, complete breath out. Now windmill the left hand down to the mat, the right arm up to the sky, and twist to the right, hugging the right knee into the midline, and broadening through the collarbones, fingertips to fingertips. Release the right hand down, step the right foot back. And then step the left foot through to the front of the mat. Lengthen your stance, moving the right knee back if you're capable, and press down through the legs. Hug the inner thighs to the midline, and rest hands on the front knee. Good. Just open to this moment. Concentrate on core strength to stabilize. And if you're ready, lift the arms up, relaxing the shoulders, lengthening the throat, and deepening the breath. So when the breath is calm and collected, then the mind can also be calm and collected. Now windmill the right hand down to the mat, the left arm up to the sky, and twist to the left side. Integrate that left arm, shoulder blade into the back. The navel draw into the spine. And release the left hand down. Step the left foot back. Our first downward dog. Spread the fingers, claw the mat, and lift up the knees, the feet hip width or wider apart. And stretch through one leg at a time, beginning to stretch those hamstrings, calves. And inhale, lift both heels up. And exhale, press both heels down. Pull the navel to the spine. Inhale, soften the knees. And exhale, lengthen the legs and arms. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Now walk forward to the hands. Bend the knees. And inhale, roll the back up. Good. Facing the front of your mat, you're just adjusting wardrobes. Good. Now we're just going to focus on a spot in front of you on the floor. Press the palms together and draw the shoulder blades in, the navel to the spine, and hold all the weight in the left leg while you toe touch with the right foot. Keep the left knee a little bit flexible, not locking out the left knee, and then hold the right toes on top of the left foot. Squeeze into the midline with the legs, the arms. Very good. And rest, shake it out. And for the standing balance pose, you can always use chairs for balance. Have one right here. I'm going to do the second side also. So maybe you have a little stability on the chair for start. Toe touch with the left foot. Or press the palms together, pull the navel in, and then hold the left toes on top of the right foot. Squeezing together with the legs, the shoulder blades. Very good. All right. And then we'll release, let's shake that out. And try our high lunge now. So taking, facing the front of your mat, step the right foot back halfway. And I'm going to use the blocks here. So I'll take those to the front of the mat and have the blocks up high so I can begin in high lunge with the left knee bent. Inhale, lengthen the spine, the back of the neck. Then exhale, straighten the front leg and fold forward, stretching that hamstring in pyramid pose. Inhale, soften the knee. And exhale, repeat, stretching, squeezing the kneecap, squeezing the abdomen. And over a series of breaths, you may be able to lower your blocks or come to the floor with the fingertips. Just all right. Switching sides, step the right foot forward and then step the left foot back. The right knee bent as you inhale and then straightening the right leg as you exhale. At first you may be moving quite a bit with each breath. And over a series of breaths, getting deeper into that stretch. Maybe even lowering the hands, fingertips to the floor. Somewhere where you can reach comfortably with the front knee straight. Now step left foot forward to meet the right. And bring the feet close together for chair pose. Squat down low with the hips. And then lift the arms, gazing up to the hands. And drawing the shoulders back. And the navel in to go deeper. Inhale, reach through the fingertips. Align head, neck, and spine. Exhale, go to your limit. And inhale, reach up to straight legs. And exhale, lower the arms. All right, now the legs are good and strong. We'll try our tree pose. So balancing on the left leg, toe touch with the right foot, and turn the right knee to the side. Use the chair if you need for balance. Or if you have a wall nearby, you can just have one hand on the wall. And press the palms together if you're not using those props. Pull the navel in. Or try extending the arms up over the head. Nice work, good. Now cross the right ankle over the left knee. Bring hands to the heart and down into one-legged chair. You can always hold that foot with the hands, use whatever assistance you need to keep things together, or hug in through muscular energy, deepening that squat. Very nice, good. Now release the right foot down, lift the arms, take a full body stretch, and then exhale, release. Wonderful job. All right, we have another side. So toe touch with the left foot, turning the left knee out. And then slide that left foot up to the inner right leg. And use a prop, hold on to the wall, or squeeze to the midline. Find stability through that muscular energy connecting to the midline. Other variations, arms up. Or one-legged chair, crossing that left ankle over the right knee. Come down, hands to the heart, keeping the shoulders back. Good concentration. And release the left foot down, arms lifting tall. And releasing the arms. Now, come to Warrior One. And the transition will be Warrior One to Warrior Three. So if you want a prop to have in front of you for Warrior Three, do that. So we'll start with that right foot back, Warrior One. Left knee bent. And the arms over the shoulders. Moving from the core of the navel, drawing in. Power from the navel center takes you up onto that left leg, lifting the back leg up for Warrior Three. Inhale, draw the shoulders back. Then exhale, lift the right leg parallel to the mat. Okay, you have prop, you can have one hand or two on the prop. And then come back to standing, both feet together. And relax, arms down, breathe. So, stepping the left foot back, Warrior One. The right knee bent. And the arms over the shoulders, keeping the shoulders relaxed. But the core very strong. Navel drawing in, hugging energy into the hips and pelvis. Move from the core up and over onto the right leg, lifting up high. Draw the shoulders back, and then start to lift the back leg, bringing it horizontal. Knowing you can always touch onto a prop or a wall. And lifting up to stand, both feet down. And resting the arms. Good job. We're keeping it together. And here's another fun balance is eagle pose. Eagle pose. Take the arms out wide. And then wrap the right arm under the left arm, hooking the elbows and bringing the palms to face. Good. Now bend the knees, squat like you're in chair pose. And then cross the right knee over the left knee. You can toe touch with the right foot or just squeeze the legs together. Draw the shoulders back. If you start to lose the balance, you just come back to concentration, starting again from the beginning. All right, and unwrap the arms, press the feet down, take a full body stretch. And start the other side, wrapping the left arm under the right arm. Draw the shoulders back, the navel in, bend the knees, and cross the left knee over the right. So left knee over the right knee. And this is Garudasana, or eagle. And release the arms, press both feet down. Inhale, extend. And exhale, rest down with the arms. We'll go to our next balance, which is half moon pose. So we'll begin with the right foot back, warrior two. And open the arms, Virabhadrasana. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, pull the navel in, deepen. Maybe you have to move the right foot back in order to deepen the hips. And breathe with strength in the inner thighs, and the core, the navel. And take the left elbow onto the left knee, and the right arm forward over the ear. Parshvakonasana, our extended side angle. Now, bring the right hand to the right hip. Tap the back foot in a little closer, and here's where the blocks may be useful. Have a block for your left hand to press down into the floor, and then lift the right leg up. You're lifting the outer edge of the right foot towards the sky. When your legs are steady, extend the arms, right arm up. Okay, from the core of the navel, press down through the standing leg while you reach out through the sole of the right foot and through the right fingertips, spreading that energy. When you're ready, release, right foot down next to the left. And just ragdoll, folding forward with knees bent. And come back up to stand. And step the left foot back, warrior two. Bend the right knee. Then open the arms. When you're satisfied where your feet are, breathe the strength of the core into the legs, to the abdomen. You can do this. Now, extended side angle with the left arm, reach over the left ear. Right hand elbow can be on the knee, it could be down to the floor or to a block. We're coming to the block anyway. Let's step the left foot in closer. Right hand on a block or on the floor. And lift the left leg up. Or half moon or Ardha Chandrasana. Use so much core strength that you might not even need that right hand for balance. You could lift the right arm as an option. And when you're ready, release the left foot down next to the right. Bend the knees, ragdoll, hanging forward. All right. Now, I'll step the feet back to downward dog. And then now for our arm balance, I'm going to balance on the right arm, turn the heels to the right. The modification is bring the right knee down to the mat and then start lifting the left arm up. Otherwise, both legs are straight, balancing on the outer edge of the right foot. Or for even more challenge to your balance, lift the top leg. And there are other possibilities. Let's just come back down to hands and knees. Or downward dog. And do the second side, now turning the heels to the left side. The left knee can come to the floor and the right arm lift up. Or you're keeping both legs straight to balance on the outside of the left foot. Or try lifting the top leg. Come back down to rest on hands and knees. And then I think child's pose is appropriate after all that effort. And take a rest with the head down. Resting on the hands or a block. Or all the way to the floor. Lifting the hips up, curl the toes under, and walk the hands back so the knees will lift up, and you'll balance on the balls of the feet. Another tiptoe kind of balance. And then we'll try and lift the hands off the floor, just balancing on the balls of the feet. Palms together, shoulders back. What can we do to make this harder? We could try just one foot balance. So the other leg extend and then, we could try again. It's not easy. All right, maybe the other side will work better. A little better, not much. Come back to rest the knees. All right. And here's where we can segue into an arm balance of crow pose. Obviously, there's more upper body strength needed in those arm balance poses, but a lot depends on core strength. So if you're crazy strong in your core, you're going to do very well. Coming back to our squat for Bakasana, crow pose, I'm going to have the elbows, the backs of the upper arms as a shelf to support the knees. Hug the knees to the upper arms, squeeze them into the midline. Now, if you're afraid of falling on your head, you can put a block under your forehead, here, and then you lift the toes up. And then you try and lift the head up. And you have to rest frequently on these arm balance poses. I encourage you to rest and then try one One more time. It's going to be challenging on the wrists. So we'll try and loosen them up. One last time in our arm balance. And wow, fully rest. Sitting down, extending the legs. Yes, those arm balances can be tough on the wrists, so we have some wrist exercises. You can just rotate around the backs of the hands. Like so. And just transition now, please, to forward bend as a nice relaxing reward to those strenuous poses. Taking your time to come forward, to remember what it is you're focused on, the breath, the alignment. Enjoying complete breaths in and complete breaths out. Inhaling, lift all the way up to a straight back. And bend the right knee out to the right side, Janu Shirshasana. And then squeeze the legs towards one another. Charge up the quadriceps, lift the kneecaps. And inhale, draw the lower back in. And exhale, fold over the left hip. Knowing you can always ease up on the inhalation to find a better alignment that serves you more. And have an opportunity or an invitation to go deeper into the pose as you exhale. And there's no hurry. You can take all the time you need for each breath. Gradually release, lift up, inhaling, and switch the legs to the second side. Right leg straight and the left knee bent. Come to the front of the sitting bones by moving the flesh of the buttocks back or to the side, and then use muscular energy in the core, the pelvis, the thighs, strengthen the legs. And gradually fold over the right hip, patiently waiting for each breath to open the way. Like a flower opening in the spring at its own pace and time. Inhale to reassess how you're holding your neck, your back, and releasing any unnecessary tension so that you can flow more naturally and effortlessly deeper with the invitation of the exhalation. Draw the navel back and into the spine. Superb. Good work. Inhale and lift up the back. All right. Let's go to crane pose. We'll lift the right knee up And hold the back of the thigh or the sides of the foot. Extend the right leg up, drawing the shoulders back. Inhale with the knees soft. And exhale as you press through the foot, straightening the leg. Now, bend the knee, turn it out to the right side, and pull it back behind the armpit, rock it around. And then cradle the right leg in front of the chest, holding underneath the shin like a forklift to lift it up. Or possibly hooking the elbow into the arch of the foot, and then wrapping the arms around the shin. Now release the right foot back to the front and lift the left knee. Hold the back of the left thigh or the sides of the foot. Extend that left leg out, keeping the shoulders back and the lower back lifting up. So inner body bright. Softening the knee on the inhalation to optimize your alignment, and then pressing through the foot as you exhale to dive a little deeper into the experience. Keeping consciousness very focused. And now bend the left knee, pull it behind the armpit, rock it side to side. And then cradle the left shin in front of the chest. Stretching through the piriformis muscles. And of course there's a reason for all this hip opening, and that is our next arm balance. So this is another challenging pose. I just offer it out there for anyone that likes these. It's that Ashtavakasana pose. All right. So in this one, we're better face front. Taking the right knee up and over the right shoulder. And turning the right elbow out to the side makes a little shelf, so you have something to press that right knee down against. Okay, the essence of lifting up off the floor is being able to press down not only through the hands, but also through this right knee. That's helping you lift up. So in order to get to the point where you're in balance, you do have to lean quite far forward with the head and chest. So the first step is to just get the hips up off the ground. So pressing down through the hands and down through that right knee, you try and levitate the hips. And you can just do it for a second, come back and rest. Okay, and then we have the second stage. Get a little more space to that side, because I'll need it, where the legs will swing out to that side. So maybe this is just entertainment purposes.
At this end, yes.
You're going to hook the toes of the right foot underneath the left ankle. Okay, and lean out with the legs to one side. And this is 8-angled pose, Ashtavakasana. So there's a fun arm balance. You try that. Have to always give the opportunity for the second side. Okay, so without just keeping the leg straight in front, that's just called elephant tusk. Okay, or you go onto the cross and swing the legs out. But actually it's that left elbow that's holding up a lot of the weight. It's not so much of the arms, although they do take a lot too. And there you have it. Reclining. Time to rest on the back. Laying on your back for a reclining pose. First, a nice full body stretch, symmetrically, arms and legs reaching in opposite directions. And then bringing the knees to the chest, hug the knees in. Give them a little squeeze. Letting the arms expand on the inhalation and contract on the exhale. And let the feet rest down. And open the knees apart so the soles of the feet press together. Inhale, let the lower back arch. Lift the hips if you need to reposition. And exhale, melt down, releasing tension, relaxing effort. Your own hands can softly press on the inner thighs, adding to the stretch as you exhale. And then relaxing that pressure as you inhale. So you're not fighting the pose, but working in coordination with the breath. Using your consciousness to stay attuned to your own body, your breath. And press the knees back up together. Straighten the left leg flat on the mat. Open the arms and press down through the right foot to roll onto the left hip. Twist the right knee to the left side of your mat. It's not going to touch the mat, probably, but your left hand can come over to that right knee. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine and the bottom leg. And as you exhale, pull the navel in and gently twist a little deeper. Keeping core strong and the outer left hip pressing strongly against the mat. Nice job. And then release onto the spine and switch sides with the right leg straight. Bend the left knee, press the left foot down, and roll over onto the right hip. Crossing the left knee towards the right side of your mat and looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, straighten the spine, the bottom leg is straight. And on the exhale, rotate around that central axis. And then gradually release again onto your spine. Ask you to prepare for Shavasana, if that means socks or sweaters, whatever is convenient or comfortable to stay warm and cozy. Now, you know how your body feels after you're doing asana class. It's getting all the stretching it wants and all the strengthening it needs. So the body can feel very satisfied, content and happy to simply be still for a while. All that restlessness has been worked out of the body, and it's ready to now relax and settle in. And starting to feel those parts of your body that are resting on the ground, on your mat. And being aware of each of those areas of your body. And wherever there's any residual tension or effort, to begin diminishing that, eliminating that unnecessary tension or effort, so that your body can trustfully surrender to the support of the floor. And just as asana prepares the body for this relaxation, pranayama is how we prepare the mind for its steady focus in meditation. And once you're meditating and you want to prevent the mind from roaming restlessly around and chattering about things that were in the past or in the future, you want to make sure the mind stays very present. And the way to protect the mind from those distractions is to use a mantra. And there are many different mantras. The most well-known is probably Om. But Om as a mantra is kind of challenging in a way, because how do you conceptualize the absolute infinite? So it's very formless. So in order to have a little bit more form and structure to this mantra, I offer the mantra of the breath, which is so hum, because each breath is an utterance of this mantra. And you can extend the sound of the mantra through the whole inhalation with the sound so, and the whole exhalation echoing the sound hum. So these two sounds, so, hum, are filling the mind through the entire inhalation and the entire exhalation. And when you notice at some point, you'll notice that you've stopped repeating so hum. You'll wonder, how did that happen? That doesn't make you a bad person. It's perfectly normal. But you've made a commitment to develop your power of concentration, to be able to attain freedom and understand your essential nature, its truth, consciousness, and bliss. So you keep repeating and reminding yourself, no, I'm focused on my mantra, and back you go. So, hum. Simple, easy concentration. So, hum. So hum. So hum. Now please deepen your breath. And as your body is energized with the breath, begin to awaken the muscles, stretching them and moving as you normally do. And rolling over to the right side, take a moment to recollect and observe the activity of your mind, the state of your body, appreciating this sensations, this awareness, and this smooth, steady flow of consciousness without any ripples, waves, or disturbances. And rise again to the easy seated pose if you're ready. I often use the analogy of the water on the surface of a lake when it's agitated makes it impossible to see what's below the surface. But if you come to that same lake in the still morning hours and the water is like a mirror and still, you can see quite deep into those waters. With your power of concentration, you'll be able to achieve the highest goals of yoga and the joy of living. So to your power of concentration, Dhāraṇā, I bow. Namaste.